Well, first I'd like to congratulate UNCW for, I think, a really well-played game, a good win for them. For whatever reason, after we jumped out on them with a 9 or a 10-point lead, we didn't play well for almost the entirety of the rest of the game. And to me, I don't really have an answer for you. I'm going to go back and watch the tape. Just said to our team, I thought that we were ready. I thought we were mentally ready. I thought we were emotionally ready. We were as physically ready as we're going to be, given the circumstances. And you know, for the 30 minutes in the game, they completely outplayed us. Questions?
Questions?
You get a sense for how much foul trouble really made a difference today?
Well, we've done a good job of keeping Andre Semenov out of foul trouble. But you know what? Give Wilmington credit. I mean, they threw the ball in the lane time after time. We thought we had a plan for it. We kind of varied our plan a little bit from the first time we played them. I don't know, we didn't follow that game plan really well, and they punched the ball inside, and when they get the ball off the glass, most teams have a chance to go get the ball against us because we've not been a really physical blockout team. And it's been one of our issues all year. Certainly something we need to address. But the fact of the matter is, my team we didn't play well. And that's, you know, for the first time all year, we didn't have a single guy play well in the game. You know, even through all the adversity we faced all year, typically we'd have 1 or 2 guys play really solid. Tonight we didn't. And, you know, I feel like if we had 2 guys play, you know, just close to their level, this could have been a different game. But, you know, during the course of the game, I didn't get a feel that anybody was playing well, at the offensive end especially. The defensive end, we made some mistakes, and UNCW capitalized. So it was more a function of our guys really not playing very well. And UNC Wilmington, I thought, played great. And Cedric Williams had a monster game, a career game.
Matt, you talked about the adversity the teams face, and I mean, this game obviously it's kind of symbolic way you battled back and made it a single-digit game, and after all this team's been through all year. Yeah,
and we started that run and that push today too late, and again, we made a few plays to make it a single-digit game, but we just didn't play well enough to make it a close game. With respect to the adversity we faced this year, you know, it's fairly well documented. I've not been around a season like it in 25 years of coaching. In fact, I can tell you, I don't think that there's a coach in this league that's has lost 3 double-digit scorers and 2 other guys with a sprained hand and a broken hand. So it is what it is. I think the one thing that my teams have always done is fight. I don't necessarily think that we have always played great. I think that we've always fought. And you know, when you're down in bodies. You know, the real challenging thing that the public doesn't see, and even basketball people don't understand unless you're in the game and coaching the game, is when you can't practice, when you're practicing against a 46-year-old coach, it's not the same thing. We have typically been practicing for the last 35 days with 2 managers, and one of them didn't even play varsity basketball. So that's a challenge. You know, that's certainly a challenge.
Right.
How did they handle the double team better this time, more effectively?
Well, we knew what they were going to do. We kind of against our game plan, we doubled Keith Rendelman too many times. We didn't want to double him when he opened up and faced the basket. And when we played him there, we doubled him when it was his back to the basket. And since that game, having watched most of their games, Buzz has done a good job. He's taught their team to do a couple things. One is open up, see the court. Keith's a good basketball player. He's a very good passer. And they dive the post player. And Williams got a bunch of baskets that way. We worked on it for 2 days, not doubling Rendelman when he opens up, and respect his passing ability. And I don't know that we ever didn't, double him when he opened up. And that was to me, if you go back and do it again, I don't know. We spent 2 days on it. Open up, not open up. When he opens up, we're not going to double. Every time he caught the ball, whether he opened it or didn't, we doubled. Every time he opened up, they scored. It was not what we had practiced for 2 days, 3 days.
It seemed like after a good first 5 minutes, you guys just went flat. What's your explanation for that?
No, there is none. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't think there is any explanation, and that was unusual for our team. For us to have 25 and a half against just about anybody is unusual. For us to have 5 points in the first 10 minutes of a half is, I've not been down that road with any of my teams. I don't really have an answer for you. My only answer is give Wilmington a lot. Heck with it. Buzz is a good coach. He's been around the block a long time. His team. This was a payback game for them. We both felt. I think both our teams and our programs felt like this was an opportunity to feel good about your season. Unfortunately for me, I don't get that opportunity to feel good about our season. This was a frustrating day, and I don't really have any answers why no one played to their level today. Okay.
Given all the injuries and everything, I mean, do you feel like you were a 12-20 team? Should you have been better? Should you have been worse?
No crystal ball here. Here's what I do think happened, and for the people that haven't been around me or my team, you won't know this, but on January 2nd, we played Old Dominion and we led almost wire to wire until Kent Bazemore made some ridiculous shots and tied the game. He sent it into overtime. At the end of that game, Julius went down with an illness that he never recovered from, and it changed our team. It clearly changed our team. It took away a senior, a double-digit scoring senior who had completely bought into how his senior season was going to go. And it changed our season. Going into that game, we were 7-4 with a chance to be 8-4 and 2-0 in the league and fighting for first place. And we lost the next few games. And we just changed our team. Whether or not we're better than 12 wins or not right now, you know what? It is what I think people say it all the time. You are what your record is. I think that makes sense. We're a 12-win team. Had we had Julius, we're clearly better than 12 wins. Had we had Julius and Rayshawn, clearly better than that. And if this kid doesn't get hurt, clearly better than that. But that's all hocus pocus. That didn't happen this year. Any other questions for me?
Yeah, you good?
Student
Anything
athletes?
from the players?
Coach, just talk about as tough as this year's been to cap it off. Talk about the tournament being able to change a season. What do you take away from this season, the way you ended it?
Last year when we lost to William & Mary, we got upset. I don't know that we were necessarily upset today. The only guy that we're losing from this rotation is Humpty, who had a terrific senior season. We have a terrific recruiting class coming in. We have another verbal commitment that just came in. I feel like with everybody coming back a year older, a year stronger, and understanding what it takes. And again, it is what it is. We play Alion Doof, who's really a first-year player. He's a junior. He's 19 years old. Armand Marks, Enoch Hood, Gene Swindle's a first-year player. We played 3 first-year players and a 19-year-old junior. 4 of our top 7 guys. So that is who we are, and next year that'll be different. We'll be older. And I'll tell you what, you don't win in this league with real young guys playing a lot of minutes, not most of the time, and most of the best teams in this league don't do it. And we weren't the best team in this league, and we weren't the top half of this team. I expect that we will be next year.
Do you think you will be – is this your last game at JMU, or do you think you'll be back?
Well, there's the other funny thing. If you had told me a year ago today that we'd be talking about that, I'd tell you that you're out in left field. But sports in America is a different deal. I hope that my administration doesn't judge me on this season. If they judge me on this season, yeah, this is probably my last game. If you judge me on what we've done in my first 3 years. And the other thing is, again, for media people that haven't been here, we've been the most injured team in this league for 3 of my 4 years. And it's not even close. It's not even like, well, who's second? Second is across the street and down the road. So it's not even close. And so if there's going to be a change, then I'm going to stay positive and wish everybody well. I've been given a great opportunity. I love the school. My administration's been very fair to me. My family would love to stay. When I started the season, I thought we'd be in the top 4. You know what? If I'm going to be judged on everything that went down like that, then that's good luck to the next coach who loses 3 starters.
Yeah.
For the student athletes, please.
Any questions?
We can talk. Go ahead.
This game kind of sways that decision for them.
I don't have any idea, Mark. I'll be honest with you. The answer is I don't have any idea. If this game determines my future, then that's out of my hands.
Anything for Devon or Humpty?
Just Humpty, can you sum up your 2 years at JMU? The ups and downs, everything you've been through.
It's been this season hasn't been the season that we wanted, but just me having the courage to transfer and just step out my comfort zone and come to James Madison with wonderful people, the coaches and the staff and the players and the people accepting me. Actually, last year I could tell you that my mind wasn't in it, my head wasn't in it, but this year I care more about winning, I care more about the team, I care more about the program, and just I don't regret transferring to James Madison. It just wasn't the year that we wanted.
What do you think went wrong today?
Just like Devon said earlier, we came out strong, and they just had like second opportunities, just so many second chance shots that eventually you're gonna hit it, and they got up, and we dug ourselves a hole that we couldn't get back in. I mean, we fought to the end. It just we dug too deep. The hole was too deep, and we just couldn't get over the hump.
One back here. Okay. And then here.
Devon, is there anything that you take out of this season in the last few games in general to try to get healthy in the offseason, come back next year kind of with a fresh start?
Yeah, of course, just, working with our strength and conditioning coach to, get a lot stronger because, I had a lot of, shots to the layup, but it was a little bump that I may have, took that I didn't necessarily make a shot. But just getting stronger and making sure I take care of my body a lot more and getting the young guys in there, too, to do the same thing.
Humpty, as a senior, what's going through your mind those last few minutes when it's obvious you guys probably aren't going to come back to win and this is your last collegiate game? What are the emotions like for a guy like yourself?
My emotions be everywhere, to be honest. But being out there on the court and just seeing the time wind down, just to stay positive, keep fighting, show the young guys that don't give up. Just trying to be positive for next year. You know what I mean? Like, just because I personally feel that we way better than 12 or 20, but that's what the record says. But we just gotta for the guys that's coming back next year, just to continue to work hard and just be positive, man. Even though this wasn't the year we expected to have, just be positive and continue to work hard.
Last one, or two more, one here and one there. And then
Devon, being a senior next year, you're kind of the presumptive leader of the team, one of the top players, most vocal voices. What do you have to do to, become a better leader and kind of get that group to play the way you want?
Follow that man down there's energy. Hump was amazing in practice. He was amazing on the court. Especially he led the team, when I didn't play the first 7 games, and for him to have a great season like this. And I'm sorry that we couldn't send him out on a bang, send him out on a win. But just follow that man, listen to my coaching staff, get better individually, and definitely just make sure I keep trying to help the young guys out.
All right, last one right here.
Hey, Matt, if I can ask you one more question. You have been a very injured team. When you look back over that, can you pinpoint any reason for it? Is it just bad luck? I mean, even the coach gets out there and practices and ruptures an Achilles. So what goes on?
Well, I'd love to say to you this has only happened here. My previous 4 years, 3 of my 4 years at my previous institute, 2 of my 4 years, I was also the most injured team in the league. I can tell you that it does challenge my resiliency. Although I think I'm a very positive guy, and I think I'm a very patient person. This has been tremendously challenging. What I've said to my family is that I'm very hopeful that all of this comes back to me at some point in my career, and my hope is that it happens next year. With all that being said, if the worst thing that happens to me as a person is my teams have been the most injured team in the 2 leagues I've been in, then I'm leading a very blessed life. I have a wonderful family. I really like the kids I coach. There's a lot that we've got to do better. My intention is to do everything better. Every day that I go to work, it is my dream to take this program to the NCAA tournament. It's been very challenging to get out of the starters gate. But I've had great support from my family. And hopefully my administration, sees the big picture. I feel very confident that we're going to win. I don't feel real confident if we lose 3 starters again that we're going to win. I'll be honest with you. This isn't fairy tale stuff. But if we could ever get to a point where we have all 8, 9, 10 guys, because you can't win in this league without depth. I mean, the thing that I've learned in my 4 years here is if you don't have depth, you're just going to get pummeled. And physically, we've gotten beat up, and that's a big part of it. But you know, if the worst thing that happens to me is I lose my job, you know, I have a great family, I've got a great support system. I'll stay in this business. I don't really like talking about this. Really isn't about me today or my program. This is about, to me, my players, you know, having a very difficult loss, and me. You know, this is 2 years in a row. I've thought about the William Mary loss from last year every day. Every day. I mean, for 365 days, and this one's not far behind. It's going to stay with me, but I hope that it all comes back. You know, next year, you know, that we're dancing.
Do
Okay.
you need to change anything about the way you practice or the conditioning before practice?
No, I'll tell you what's happened. In my time at JMU, we've lost three players to heart conditions. We've lost 3 players to torn labrums in their shoulders not related to basketball, an ACL, a broken wrist, a sprained wrist from Andrei Semenov, Humpty Hitchens sprained left shoulder. It's not, you know, we have one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in America. Our guys are getting what they need to get. And I appreciate you, you know, thinking outside the box, because I can tell you, I do it all the time. I think about it, like, what does it take? It's nothing related to anything that we do. It's simply, it has been a tremendously difficult situation with bad luck. I mean, 3 hearts. I didn't even think torn labrums were basketball injuries till I came to JMU. I've had 3 of them, so it is what it is.
All right.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys.